Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how to tint your eyebrows. Now it's something that I have been doing to my brows for many years, and I thought I would do a video for you guys to show you how to do it if you haven't done it before and what products I really recommend to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So before I tell you about what I'm going to be using to tint my brows, if you haven't ever heard of tinting before, it's basically like a dye that goes through the brows and you leave it on for a couple of minutes, or you can leave it on for longer and it will go darker. And basically what it does is it makes your brows look thicker, it makes them look a little bit kind of glossier, and it's just really good if you have really nice thick brows and you don't necessarily want to use any product in them. So the one that I'm going to be using today is the new Eyelure permanent tint for brows. This is not permanent though, this is dark glossy brows for up to 6 weeks. I don't know why it says permanent, but it will come out eventually. And I really like Eyelure. Their eyelashes are really beautiful and I picked this one up. I've used many over the years. I've bought them from Sally's, which is a beauty store that you can get discount in if you're in the beauty industry, and I've bought some from Boots, Superdrug, you know, that kind of thing. So I have used them for a very long time, and I thought this was new and it looked quite interesting, so I got the colour dark brown because I have got very dark eyebrows. And basically with this you get kit inside, and I'm going to show you what you get. So I'm just going to open the box for you guys on camera. So the first one I'm pulling out, yeah, so you get like a nice little brush to brush your brows through with before you apply the dye, which is really good. So in the box you also have this little dish, this plastic dish, and what you'll do is you'll put the cream colour and the developing cream into the dish and mix it up with this little plastic scooper thing. Mix it up and then you can apply it with the brow brush that I just showed you, and basically this will stay on for 2 to 3 minutes, or however long you want it to stay on for really. The thing is with eyebrow dye, if you haven't done it before, you really do not want to be leaving it on for more than, I'd say, 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, especially if you have red hair or you're very fair with blonde hair. I would just be really careful and make sure you do get a colour that is suitable for your skin type and obviously hair colour. And then finally the other things that you're going to need are cotton buds and petroleum jelly. This is just Vaseline I have here. This is just the Aloe Vera one. This is the one that I just keep in my bathroom cabinet for my eyebrows, and some water and some cotton pads. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I've just zoomed in for you guys and I look naked, but I promise you I'm not. I just have a shoulderless dress on. But I have my petroleum jelly here and a cotton pad, and what you want to do before you start mixing any colours or before applying anything, you want to make sure that you have nothing through your brows, and I want you to take a little bit of the petroleum jelly on a cotton bud like so, and you want to go around under the brow onto the skin where you do not want any colour to go. And what the petroleum jelly will do is it will stop the dye from sticking to your skin, because if you don't use this you're going to end up with dye all over your skin and it's going to look a complete and utter mess. So the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything else is I'm going to apply some of this onto the brows. So you really don't need much of this, and you will feel a little bit stupid while you're doing it, but it's so worth it afterwards, I'm telling you. So I obviously have makeup on with this, but you can do this with makeup on or without makeup on, it's completely up to you. But I already had my makeup on, hence why I'm doing it. And I'm filming for you guys as well. So I've just applied the petroleum jelly around the outside of my brows. I would also like to suggest that it's really important that you don't pluck your eyebrows or thread them, wax them, anything like that from about 24 to 48 hours before you apply this, because the problem with that is the pores are all going to be open, and if you're putting dye in, it can get really sore, and you might even have an allergic reaction. So the best thing to do is to always colour your brows first and then pluck them to the shape that you want after, or go and get them threaded, go and get them waxed. So yeah, just an FYI guys. So now I'm moving on to the other brow. I basically just look like I have really shiny eyebrows. Okay, so once you have finished applying the petroleum jelly round the eyebrows, you then want to go on by mixing your colour. It's really important that you make sure that you do patch test before you apply the colour, 48 hours before. You can do it on the inside of your wrist or the back of your ear, just to make sure that you don't have an allergic reaction to it if you haven't used that particular brand before, or any kind of eyebrow kits, etc. So obviously, like I said, I have used them many times before, so I know I don't need to patch test for this. So now I am going to take sachet 1 and sachet 2 and mix it in my little plastic bowl that I've got here. Lots of eyebrow dyes look very differently. Like, this is the first sachet I've ever used. Actually, normally it's in a squeezy tube, but you will always have the developer cream and then the colour as well. So it's the same thing, it just might look different sometimes. Okay, so I've just poured the contents of the 2 sachets into my little plastic bowl, and now I'm just going to mix them with this tiny baby spoon. And you basically just want to mix them both together so it's a really nice non-drip consistency. Okay, so I've just finished mixing it up, so it should be like a non-drip consistency. And the next thing you want to do is take the little brush that comes with the pack and dip it in, and you're basically going to be brushing them through with the product on, and then you're going to be leaving it to sit there for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so I have the product on my little brush here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start brushing the brows through with this product in. You're going to look really scary, just FYI guys, but it's so worth it afterwards because it just makes such a difference. So that is one brow done, guys. As you can see, I know it does look quite scary, but honestly, afterwards it really does make a difference to the brows, so you just need to persevere with it. I'm just going to move on to the next one now. You want to try and get it as neat as you can. Mine really doesn't look very neat compared to how I've done it in the past, but you get the idea. So now you want to leave it. Now you can leave it on for a minute, you can leave it on for 2 minutes. I wouldn't recommend leaving it on any longer than 2 minutes unless you have grey eyebrows, because they obviously will be harder to take with the dye. But I am going to now leave this on for about a minute because I already have this side done, and as I've been talking to you, this side's been on. So in a minute I will be back and we will be taking it off to reveal the results. Okay, so the timer just went off my phone, and now I am going to take these 2 giant slugs off my face. So like I said before, you're going to need some cotton pads and some water, so I'm just going to grab them now. So basically what you want to do is you want to dip a couple of the cotton pads into a glass of water and just gently wipe away the dye that's on the brows, and I'm just going to show you now how I do that. So I always like to start with the side that I did first, which is this side here, and I'm just going to start wiping it away. And you can instantly see that it's made such a difference, which is what we want. So once you've done one brow, I just really like to go over it just to make sure that I have everything out, because you don't want to leave any in and then it's still developing in your brows. Now I'm just going to remove the second one. There we go. I have finished the brows, so this is what you should be ending up with, a really nice, full, glossy, thick brow. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit for you. I need to pluck mine a little bit, but you can see the colour instantly makes them look so much thicker, so much glossier, and this is exactly what I wanted. So you can finish off by just putting a little bit of brow gel through, which is what I'm going to do now. So now I'm just going to finish off my makeup with some eyebrow gel. I don't feel like I need to use an eyebrow pencil or like a pomade or anything through my brows to fill them in, because I think that they're actually quite thick. So I'm going to be using my beloved MAC Pro Longwear Brow Gel. I use this in the colour Quiet Brunette. I talk about this a lot. I use it in all of my videos practically. It's my favourite one I have yet to come across. I have tried many over the years. I actually prefer it over the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and yeah, I just really love this. It's got a really nice colour to it as well, this particular one, and what I really like so much about it is that it's waterproof. So I'm just going to run a small amount of this through the brow. And like I said before, you guys know I love a bushy brow, so I just like to brush my brows up and out to apply this. So now would be the time when you would pluck the brows or go and get them threaded or waxed. Personally, I much prefer threading. I highly recommend, if you're in the UK, Blink Brow Bar. They are amazing at doing brows, like seriously incredible. That's where I've been in the past. I haven't been for a while because I am growing them out a little bit at the moment, but I do like to get the underneath done, where obviously I don't want my eyebrows to come down to here. So that is it for the video today, guys. I hope you found this useful. If you don't normally tint your brows, this will probably last me now for 6 weeks. It's really good if you're going away during the summer months, because you don't necessarily have to take brow products with you, or if you have really fair brows, sometimes it's nice just to tint them a little bit. Remember, you need to get the colour on the box for your hair colour, and if you have got very fair hair, you need to leave it on for a minute max. Please don't leave it on any longer than that, because it will just look really bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week for another one. Take care. Bye.